Hey guys, coming at you with another reading today. I'm doing something a little different today. I recently read for a friend of mine who is an 8 on the Enneagram. I'm going to keep that theme of Enneagram as we look at these tarot cards. This friend was thinking about signing on with a coach. And she's a coach herself, but she really wanted to level up her business. She's explored many avenues, but she's looking for her guide, her person who's going to help her break through. She thinks she found someone. She wanted some confirmation, yes or no. So we pulled 3 cards. The first card I pulled, just if asking if this coach was a good choice, asking for any feedback about this fit in her life. And we pulled the moon. And in this deck, they give you some cheats in the bottom here. Our cheats are important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. You can see in this card there, well, maybe you can't, I'll bring it a little closer. There's a collie, and there's, I think, a wolf off to the other side of this angelic being. It's representing the moon. There's a lot of water in this image. Water has to do with emotions. The friend I was reading for is a big animal person. She's got a cat and 2 dogs, and she recently lost her old dog about a month ago. And this new dog she has, she named Luna, which is moon. And I really see her animal friends being a big part of this transition, being a big part of how she levels up and fills the career gap that she's looking for. The moon, of course, is about the shadow. It's about what we don't see. The moon often comes up, the card, when we need to do some shadow work. We need to look at the beliefs that are driving our actions and shift those beliefs so that we can get different outcomes. This card shows up when the task is not to work harder, it's to go inside and figure out what's blocking the flow of energy that's coming through you. I love this for an Enneagram 8 because 8s definitely know how to work really hard, apply themselves. They have big energy, very lively individuals. But you can shove all that energy at a project and it's not going to move anything if the circuit isn't clear, if the channel isn't clear. And to me, this card is very affirmative in the choice of coach my friend was considering, because it's saying this person, little 8, is going to help you do that shadow work. She's going to help you figure out what your internal blocks are. She's going to work with your little animal guides. She's going to lean into the psychic strengths you have, and 8s are crazy psychic in my experience. And with that knowledge, you're going to break through. You're going to get where you want to go. It'll take time, it'll take work, but not work again in the hard work sense, work in the how can I be really honest and vulnerable with myself and even with another person, which is lifelong work for the 8. How can I be honest and vulnerable with others? I pulled a card for this specific coach. I said, okay, we like where you're going. Is this person definitely the right person for you? And I love what came up. We pulled the Justice card and Archangel Raquel. I do not know all of the archangels listed in this deck, but I noticed that we have women here. A lot of the archangels are men, and I like that 2 women showed up. My friend is female, and the coach she's considering is female. And so again, this feels really positive. Our cheat in this deck says, fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, stand up for your beliefs. And you can see in this image, I feel like this archangel has a sword of truth and is ready to cut through a bunch of bullshit. And she's got the scales of justice and she's ready to find balance. And of course, justice. So justice, how funny, it's the eighth major arcana, and justice is the virtue of the 8. A healthy 8 really strives for justice, really uses all that power and energy to make the world a better place. And so, again, many signs in this card that are affirming the choice of this coach. This coach is going to be no bullshit. She's going to cut through all the bullshit my 8 is going to try to throw at her, because you know an 8's going to do that. An 8's going to test, can you handle my big energy? Can you match me? Can you go toe-to-toe with me? This coach can do that for my 8 friend. She's going to help her find balance, and she's going to help her, I think when I see this, I think she's going to help her pursue this calling an 8 has to contributing benevolently to the world, to helping the world find more justice. And then finally, my friend had asked if she should pitch her new coaching practice to a current client she has. And my instinct said no, but I said, let me pull a card. I pulled the 10 of Air. This card isn't as graphic as some other decks. I feel like the 10 of Air imagery is often pretty violent, painful, bloody. There's a lot of suffering. On here it says, the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, and expect things to get better now. Recovery from an addiction. You can see there's a bunch of unicorns sort of stampeding their way out of a brambly forest. Not a lot of cohesion there, not a lot of direction. My read of this is that the person my friend was thinking about pitching her coaching to isn't ready for coaching. And I think my friend and the potential client would be very frustrated with the process because they wouldn't see results. They wouldn't see breakthroughs. There would be a lot of stalling, standing around, a lot of brambles, a lot of suffering. And so I said, I don't think that's the right starting point for you. You want good feedback. You want to feel like you're making a difference in people's lives. You want to contribute. I don't think this is the place you get that. So I offer this today for any other 8s in particular, Enneagram 8s, who are struggling with the next step they're taking and trying to figure out what is in alignment and what's going to be helpful. For you 8s who are watching this, you need someone who's going to help you do that shadow work, uncover the beliefs that are blocking your energetic flow. You need allies who will cut through your bullshit and help you find justice and contribute to the world in a way that creates more justice. And you need to know when your beautiful, strong efforts aren't going to go anywhere because they can't go anywhere, because the materials you're working with aren't ready for your help, can't match the strength you bring, maybe just aren't ready for the breakthrough yet. Maybe there are people or situations that are still unfurling. You have to let that happen on their own time, which I know is not an 8's favorite thing to hear. So there you have it, guys. My reading for Enneagram 8s. Have a great weekend.